What's the crack, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Cards everywhere here. Today I am bringing you another weekly league deck profile. I've gone with a tiny deck today, so it's lots of small low energy cards that ramp up quite high. So I think it'll do quite well this week. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the deck and we'll jump into a game. First up we have Hidge. On the return, your cards with 0 base energy, wherever they are, gain 23 power until played, and your cards with 1 base energy, wherever they are, gain 13 power until played. Next up we have the Renaissance. On the draw, your arts and culture cards, wherever they are, gain 10 power until played, and also on the draw, if your deck has 6 or fewer arts and culture cards, your arts and culture cards, wherever they are, gain 18 power until played. Next up we have A Christmas Carol. On the draw, your cards wherever they are cost +1 energy until played. Next I've gone with the set of tarot cards. First up is The Fool. On the draw, your tarot cards wherever they are gain 16 power permanently. Next is the Hierophant. On the play, if your deck has exactly 3 tarot cards, give them wherever they are 27 power permanently. And last of the art and culture is the Tower. On the draw, all cards in both players' hand lose 10 power until played. On the play, if you're winning the round, a random card in your hand gains 100 power this turn. And also on the play, if you are tied or losing the round, a random card in either player's hand gains 100 power this turn. Next is the science cards. First up, CYBORG. On the play, if played between 2 life on land cards, give 6 random science and 6 random life on land cards wherever they are 20 power until played. Next is a mythic, the Multiverse. On the draw, a random card in your hand gains 11 power permanently. Also on the draw, a random card in your opponent's hand loses 11 power permanently. And on the play, your cards in hand gain 11 power until played. Next is Statue of Liberty. On the play, if your deck has exactly 6 science cards, your science cards, wherever they are, gain 21 power until played, and then repeat for each album. Next up, Binary. On the draw, your cards, wherever they are, with 2 or less base energy, gain 22 power for 4 turns. Second to last of the science cards is Cloning. On the play, all cards in both players' hand with 22 or less base power gain 22 power until played. And lastly, old reliable, the Door to Hell. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 50 until played, and you gain 50, and they gain 15 power this turn. Next is the life online cards. First up, Pomeranian. On the play, all other dogs cards in both players' hand lose 15 power for 2 turns, and on the return, this card gains 32 power permanently. Next is Emperor Scorpion. On the play, your cards adjacent to this gain 16 power this turn. Next up, Agaporinus. On the draw, if your deck has 3 or more arts and culture cards, your life on land cards in hand gain 20 power until played. Next up is Kultar. On the return, this card gains 60 power and costs +1 energy permanently. Second to last we have Amazon Sloth. On the return, lose -1 energy permanently. And last up we have Frill Dragon. On the return, your cards wherever they are with 1 or less base energy gain 22 power until played. So guys, that is the deck. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. It's a mixed energy week this week. You start with a lot, but you only gain 7 energy per turn. So I think the tiny deck will do fairly well this week. I'll be experimenting with a few other decks as well, but I've gone with this one for today. So let's see if we can do well for us. So it looks like we got all the tarot cards first. So I think we'll get those back around. That one is boosting the opponent, so we'll hold on to that, and we'll play Frill Dragon for 110. Not the strongest start. Let's see what the opponent is playing. I'm not sure yet. Got some Mega Math card and the Archangel and the Tree. So we'll have to see a few more cards before we can know what he's playing yet. It does seem to be some sort of minus deck. Hopefully it doesn't work too well on our deck, as a lot of our cards are low power already. So the power of 0 doesn't affect us too much. I will hold on to the cards that it has affected until the effect runs out. So it looks like we're not going to win the first round, but that's okay. We're just ramping up. This deck gets stronger and stronger. It does get up to 500 power return. So I think we'll just play our weakest cards. It is boosting one of his cards, but we'll just get it out of our hand for now. So it does seem to be a sort of good stuff and power drain deck the opponent is playing. I'm currently experimenting with one of them myself. It's quite a bit different than his one, but we'll see how it goes. So I think we'll go for the win this round. We'll get Christmas Carol, Pomeranian. I think we'll hold on to the cloning and we'll play the Amazon slot for a 550. It's going to give us a massive lead on the opponent. He has got the Loch Ness Monster, so that will lock our cards in hand. But they're burning anyway, so we'll probably play them on the last turn. So we can draw Door to Hell early in round 4. So we got Statue of Liberty. I'll give a boost to every card in our deck. The Multiverse and Binary for a 3/7/7. The opponent does have the Shinigami and the Flying Dutchman, so he will be doing a lot of damage to us this turn. But we got a good lead already, so I'm not too worried. We're still 150 ahead. And there's our cards unlocked. So I think I will play the door in the first slot. The opponent did get his own Door to Hell. So I might play my strongest hand. Well, my almost strongest hand. 398 plus 15. I think that'll be enough. It'll be very close. I think we just have it. We have it by a little bit. So there's round 2 in the bag. So we're at 1-1 so far. Let's see what round 3 can bring us. So there's our Cool Tower. We'll get our Cyborg and the Frill Dragon out for 252 plus the boost. The opponent is running a lot of strong and mythic cards. But our cards are ramping up quite high already. And they're only going to get stronger. So I am not too worried about the late game. Let's see what we have here. We have cloning. That should boost these two. So we'll get them out. And the Emperor Scorpion will boost the other 2 cards as well. So it's a 3/8/8 turn. Will put us well ahead of the opponent. Well, a decent bit ahead anyway. Good 76 lead. We'll see what we draw here. There's a Christmas Carol and Pomeranian. Let's see what the tower is boosting. Boosting our Pomeranian, so I think we'll get that around. I'll play Hedge as well for a 4/5/9. I think that will be enough to win the turn. Looks like the opponent is playing the Loch Ness again. But that's okay. I don't mind holding on to those cards for a little bit. The Christmas Carol will be a nice big surprise for the opponent. And it's only going to get stronger and stronger. So there's round 3 in the bag. Going into round 4. And we do have an album bonus in this round. So we played the Sloth, the Statue, and the Multiverse for 380, a respectable enough turn. It is enough to get ahead of the opponent. I think the small decks will do quite well this week. Oh, looks like the opponent has quit. That is a little unfortunate, but a win is a win. I don't think he would have been able to come back from that. So guys, that's the deck. Let me know what you think. And don't forget, if you haven't used a reference code already, it will be in the description of the video. So you can get some coins and gems. And we all benefit. So guys, that's it for today. Cards Everywhere, out.